what's really going on during a lunar eclipse? A lunar eclipse happens when the moon travels through Earth's shadow. Even though Earth is casting its shadow into space all the time, we only get to see what it looks like on these rare occasions. But let's imagine we have a giant projection screen, so we can see the whole thing right now. You might notice a few things about the shadow right away. First, it's red. We'll get to why that is in a minute. Second, the edge of the shadow is fuzzy. There's actually a name for this. The fuzzy edge of the shadow is called the penumbra. The darker part in the middle is called the umbra. When the moon goes through the penumbra, it's called a penumbral eclipse. And when it goes through the umbra, it's called an umbral eclipse. But why is the edge of the Earth's shadow so fuzzy? Why isn't it a crisp circle? That's because our light source, the sun, is a broad circle of light. From the moon's perspective, the sun doesn't disappear behind the Earth all at once. Instead, it disappears gradually. In fact, it's almost impossible to see when a lunar eclipse begins because the penumbral shadow is so pale. But standing on the moon, the sight is dramatic. As the sun moves further and further behind the Earth, its light dims bit by bit. Then, all of a sudden, a huge shadow sweeps across the lunar landscape as the last of the sun disappears over the edge of the Earth. Now, we are in Earth's umbra, where the sun's light is completely blocked. So why does it turn the moon red? With the sun hidden behind the Earth, you might think the only light left in the sky would come from the stars. But here on the moon, we're privy to a sight no earthbound eyes will ever see. A brilliant ring glows around our planet, a ring containing all the sunrises and sunsets happening on Earth at once. The ring glows so brightly that it turns the ashy gray lunar surface a brilliant coppery red, a sight that can be seen all the way from home. In a way, watching a lunar eclipse unfold is the closest we'll ever get to seeing our whole planet reflected in a mirror.